Hey everybody, welcome to Druid's Table. I'm Dan.
I'm Jacob, and this is Larry, and you guys are about to witness two nerdy friends chat about Pathfinder.
Oh.
But first, we must
Yes.
clink,
Clink
and drink. Yep. Well, today,
What we got?
I like chatting
We
about-
played this.
We did play this. It was a lot of fun. We actually have it on video, or
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yep, it was a live stream with it was actually our original, what spawned the After Quest.
Yeah, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be getting into that.
Yes.
Really pumped about that. But I want to chat about what they offer. I love Paizo. I love the way they write. I love the worlds they build. They put a lot of work and effort into it.
Yeah.
If you're new or interested in getting into Pathfinder 2nd Edition, hit this up. Because this comes with this called Troubles in Otari, which has a wonderful beginning little one shot. Sometimes it takes 2 sessions, to be clearly frank.
Yeah.
Depends on the role players.
If you're
But-
doing it right.
From there, it leads into Abomination Vaults. So, what's cool about that is you can go all the way to level 10 with your characters.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that far in the beginner box.
Yeah. Well, no,
Right.
sorry.
Oh,
Let me
just
be clear.
Abomination Vaults.
Beginner's Box goes to level 2 and then Abomination Vaults.
And then it
but they're
leads
in the
into
same town of Otari.
Right.
And it all flows in really nicely. All the NPCs are already there. It's a wonderful way to start. So now Abomination Vaults has a high TPK rate. But running it with the beginner's box first helps your group avoid that.
Oh, interesting.
Gives them a little tactics, gets them a couple magic items, and gets them prepared to go into the deeper stuff.
That's cool.
Because you could
That's
run just
cool.
Abomination Vaults straight off the get-go, which I
Okay.
have. As a professional dungeon master, I have ran this many times. It's a very popular one. And it is very easy to kill your players.
There's no other way to say
The
it.
last couple weeks, I've had a lot of player deaths out of that adventure path.
That's funny, because I know Pathfinder 2nd Edition, when it first was coming out, it had, at least this is totally anecdotal, in the spheres I've been in, it's a deadly system.
Yep.
But I've played it, and it hasn't been that
Correct.
crazy deadly.
They throttled down a little bit. The first few
Okay.
adventure paths they released were very deadly.
And is that it's more the design of the adventure pass,
Yeah.
rather than, because the mechanics seem
The mechanics are
not
tight,
terrible. Yeah,
so
they're
it's
tight,
easy.
but-
And I think that my opinion on that is that they came from the first edition mentality, and so they weren't expecting to be that tight, so they made the monsters a little stronger, going off of that mentality.
Gotcha.
And then obviously, as you practice and do things, you get better.
Yeah.
So their writing now I find is a lot more balanced.
Interesting. I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
But that's cool. That's fascinating.
So my tip to you guys, if you're going to get into Pathfinder 2nd Edition, is to get the beginner's box and Abomination Vaults.
Link in the description.
Then watch a video from NoNat1, also will be in the description. He does a great thing that you share with your players, or your players can watch, where it talks about things to expect. Has very little spoilers. He does a great job explaining it, helping you get going. And then what's awesome about Paizo is they do a player's guide. So you can, and that's free. You can go Abomination Vaults player guide, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Pops up the link. It's a PDF. You can
That's
share
awesome.
it. I mean, Outlaws of Alkenstar had it.
Right. Yeah,
I
that
sent
was
it out
great.
to you guys. If you haven't watched that yet, also going to be here. Yeah, right
Card
there.
above
right
Jake.
there. Yeah, right there. But, it is, Paizo does a great job. And this adventure path is a lot of fun. It really can bring a group together. Tactics are important. It is considered a dungeon dive, but obviously it has a story around it. And what's cool about doing the beginner's box is you can build the relationships with NPCs, have already ties into the town.
Right.
And then use that to build into more relationships that drive into like creating good trade bargains and more of the NPCs that want things that you could be finding down in the dungeons without giving out too many details.
Yeah.
But it is a great way to set it up.
Right. Even to playtest a character and decide you don't like it too.
Exactly.
Bring it in and you still know everybody.
Correct.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I've done that. I've done it. Everybody I've done it with has loved it. And it is, and like you said, it gives them a couple magic items too, which is nice to get them before they just go in and get beat up.
Yeah.
And
Because we almost died in the first combat encounter in beginners.
Giant rats. You really should check it out because it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Now, Jacob did put a Jacob twist on that one.
Yeah.
So,
but they were just rolling high. It was more the dice than anything.
Yeah, I almost party wiped you guys.
Yeah,
that was a good time. Great way to start AfterQuest.
Yep.
So. Kill your other players. Oh, just put a couple doors with traps and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean, those are a couple things. Definitely haunts in Pathfinder 2nd Edition and traps are very deadly, which there are in this system, or in this series that I'm talking about, going from the Troubles in Otari, from the Beginner's Box to Abomination Vaults. There is some traps and stuff. So it really gives a good taste for the players and your GM. If you're new to GMing, don't be afraid to pick up the Beginner's Box. It is step-by-step guide how to run it as a GM. It is fully integrated in Foundry VTT, which we all know that Jacob loves Foundry VTT.
That's huge.
Check out our other video.
Yes.
Very passionate about it.
Yes.
But so that is, I mean, that's really what I got to say. I want to encourage people that are nervous about getting into Pathfinder 2nd Edition to do the Beginner's Box, and then if the group is good, move into Abomination Vaults. You know, if you guys are feeling comfortable with the system and stuff. Because that'll take you to level 10, and then at that point, typically as a GM, you're going to want to know what you want to do with the players. Of course, there is some level 10 adventures out there. I believe it's called Stolen Fate, is a great one to go to that starts in Absalom. Nearest big city in Galarian, if you don't know. So it's very easy to get there. Otari is very close. And that is a level 10 to 20 adventure, if I remember correctly.
Oh, wow.
So it really enters you, go all the way to 20.
That's cool.
If you want to follow the adventure path.
Right,
now, Jacob
that's really cool.
had a group that did all the way to level 10, and now they're homebrewing afterwards.
Cool.
You know, doing different stuff. And it's really cool, following their own dreams, working together. You know, they built a relationship almost dying in the dungeon. So
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I know it's considered a mega dungeon, but there is a lot more than just like the dungeon aspect. You go into town, you build the relationships, there's backstabbing.
Literal and figurative.
Yes. And there's a lot of unique enemies and stuff. And then one more shout out to Paizo. I say this often, but their creatures are really well written. Written with unique abilities. You know, I've mentioned before, you know, the tax collector literally has toss coins. I love that.
Yeah.
Like you distract the mob, like, you know, you distract people in a mob and create distractions and
Assassin's Creed level
right.
stuff.
But but it is important to me that they have the creatures wrote with those kind of information. You know, and it gives that depth to it for your players to feel that engrossed and stuff. So you will see all of that in these. So
Awesome.
if you're on the fence, I hope this puts you over. And if you are running it, let me know how it's going for your players. Let me know if you had a TPK in Abomination Vaults, because I kind of like hearing the stories. If you want to hear more of the stories, you could join our Patreon, and in our Discord, we have some that are shared. We even have some of the players that I've taken out in there. So you can
The
discuss
players
with
are
them.
still alive.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they are.
But their characters, not so much.
No, but it's been really good. And of course, one player death generates. Well, that's, you know what? We will have to do a Druid table on player death.
Oh, yeah.
No, character death. Let's be careful.
Right? This is one of my favorite jokes.
Yeah, I do it all the time too. Guilty.
Awesome.
So yeah, I mean, that is just, I wanted to share my love for these.
Beautiful.
The fact that they're both Foundry VTT, fully integrated with fantastic maps, music, sounds, lighting. You just plug and play as the DM. It is fantastic. You know, you read a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
And then once you run it once, you can run it again with another group, and they will do everything different.
Yep, I know. Right. That's the nice thing about these things. It's going to be different every time.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
I love it.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Shall we then check it out? Links in the description. As we said, check out our shows where we've run the Beginner's Box if you want to see one take on it.
And once again, comment below. Let us know if you are running it, for some of your favorite moments, TPKs. Yeah. Or even just character deaths that you would like to share. I would love to read them. And if they generated a good story out of it, let us know what happened.
Yes.
I have one with some reincarnation that I'd love to share. So
Sweet.
on that note,
Clink and drink. Hey everybody, click here to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check us out on Rumble and anywhere you find your podcasts.
Then, if you click here, you get to check out our latest AfterQuest.
AfterQuest! Clink and drink.
Clink and drink.
Clink and drink.